Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to the channel, One for All the Official. My name's Coach Lou, for those of you who don't know. And on today's subject, I wanted to speak about God's isolation. That's right. And the word isolation, especially for those of you chosen ones or those upon your Christian journey, and God is doing a new thing in you, from transforming you from within so it reflects on your outer character. Okay, so often what you will find, yeah, upon your journey with isolation is God will isolate you at different times and different settings in seasons of your life, yeah, in order for Him to be able to get you to rely fully and solely upon Him and Him only. That's right, guys, yeah. And from you being isolated within these seasons, as I state, this could also endure pain and losses of things that you might be unexplainable at the time when things are actually happening. But trust the process, that God doesn't remove nothing without any intentions of blessing you with better. So it will seem at the time like, oh, your life's being doomed, or it's gloomy, or things are not working out for you. But you have to understand the process of isolation, and that is God gives His best visions within isolation, because isolation is taking you away from the world and the worldly objects of things that distract us on a daily basis, yeah, in order to get us to be solely reliant on Him and Him only. Yeah, because when we are reliant on Him, then we know it's Him and Him only that we trust, knowing that nothing else around us and for us, yeah, is going to pave the path of the vision that God has impregnated within you. And I speak this into your lives, guys, especially each and every one of you who has a purpose-filled journey, knowing full well that God has called you for more, but you're battling with your mind upon what that may be, and you're not understanding that in isolation, God doesn't want you to be picking up the phone and making calls to associates, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, and all those different things that would distract you from what it is He's trying to do with you. No, He doesn't want that from you. What He wants is He wants you within that season. If you need to cry, then guess what? Cry. If you need to hurt, then hurt so He can heal you. If you need to get down on them knees, get down on them knees so you can draw near and closer to the Lord. Because what He wants to do is use that season, yeah, to equip you in such a way that when you do get out of that season, whenever that is, where God gives you that breakthrough, you'll be able to look back at that season, and maybe it might be a breakthrough again for somebody as a testimony who's experiencing the same things that you went through, but now you know how to manage that best, and not only manage it, but know how to equip them with advice, because you firsthand experienced exactly what it felt like to go through this. And I think often what we do is we run away from those seasons of when God is trying to season us, yeah, so we can become best, yeah, tooled for others, yeah. So isolation is good for us, guys. I know at times it feels odd and it feels strange, and you just be thinking like, oh, why is nobody calling me? Why is no one contacting me? Why is it like when I go to do this, everything shuts down and nothing seems to prosper? No, that's not the case. What it is God has a plan, and His plan, yeah, you have to follow suit, yeah. And often what we do is, when we don't like the plan that God has got in store for us, we want to rejig some of the puzzle pieces and amend it to suit our needs. But God is not about, yeah, what we need. Is concerned with what He wants for our lives. Because remember, in the Bible, as it states, yeah, if it is your will, then your will be done. Yeah, it didn't mention our will. Yeah, God will give you the will in the first place, to give you that urge to want to pursue your business, to want to pursue those purpose and plans to help others with the gifts of what you've been blessed with. Yeah, so understand that it comes from the core anyway. So it's unto God be all the glory. But I just wanted to just mention that to you today, guys, that isolation, yeah, when you're being withheld or withdrawn from people, don't look at it as a negative like aspect of your life, or it means that you're a loner, or nobody wants to confide in you or be around you, or things in life are never gonna take a turn. Don't look at it that way. Look at it for what God is doing, and that is what we call preparation seasoning, yeah, for your season of breakthrough. All right, guys, yeah. As always, have a blessed week, yeah? Those that are in isolation season right now on One for All official family, I pray that each and every one of you will remain focused and remember that it's unto God and Him only, and seek Him and find out what it is that He's trying to get from you within this season. And until the next time, as always, have a blessed week. Peace.